and the Los Angeles Chargers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, here we go. Boom,
on second down, they'll run with Gordon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
Back to throw now on first down. Here's Wolford over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Gordon on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run on the draw. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But there's almost no doubt about the play call there on 3rd down and long. You figure they're going to throw the football. I've got to give a little credit to the offense for taking a little bit of a chance there, running the draw, hoping to catch him off guard, but the defense was ready.
And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. Down at the 22-yard line. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That's fine. Yeah. Wide right. 319. 319.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
That's fine. Yeah. Hey, check 26. 319.
Throwing is Rodgers. Complete to Stewart, right side. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down. He'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there. A first down carry now for Crowell. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
319!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
319! Hey, check 26! Jump out! Over.
Left up 2 taps. Here we go.
Strong right!
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And This time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now back to throw, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Back it up, Philly. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Avery Williamson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
In most cases on 3rd and short, you just try and move forward, stay in the middle of the field. But this offense must have seen something and thought they could get to the outside. Unfortunately, they weren't able to on that play.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
3 down. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's fine. Yeah. No. 319. Here we go. 58. Box it. Zoom. No.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
Talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
Let's
All right,
go.
good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
18, 26.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Over here. Hey, check 26.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's a give to Crowell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Space to run past the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And New York set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Green 18.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He finds an opening past the 40. There goes Melvin Gordon. 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Green 18. Dally. Don't let Dally. Hey. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for?
And he's going to go down again. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Hot! Watch him now, Barney! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
Now the handoff comes to Gordon, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down, check. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jordan Jenkins. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Malone. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
3-19.
On 1st down, Rodgers so quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Stewart. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. On 1st and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Corey Legion breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On play action, now Rodgers. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
319. Oko over here. Hey, check 26.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
319! 319! 258 to 100!
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
Here we go now!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Set! 319! 319!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Leopard!
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.